Say, wake up call. Wake up call. All right, let's see what this wake up call is about. Remember, this is a collective reading. A wishbone, a wish being granted. Maybe that's going to wake you up. And then I just got a vision of the Ace of Wands. So maybe it's going to wake you up to kind of snap you into, spark you up a little bit. Little pep in your step. Okay. The wish is granted. I heard it's your lucky day. I'm getting like a lot of songs. So I don't know if you guys are very into, look, there's the harp music. There we go. Look at that. Great happiness. It's very angelic. So for some of you could be getting a wish that is granted. I did set the intention to be the near future. Some of you, oh my. We have caskets. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. It did kind of land this way. So pale, time to get out of a situation. Mice, you have that in reverse. I am going to take it in reverse. Discord among friends and family, that's not an issue. And frying pan, trouble and accusation. So I actually feel like this is what you're getting yourself out of as well, because it wanted to. These cards kind of turn, and I don't always take them the way that they come. I'm an intuitive reader, so yeah. Okay. Kite, vacation. Oh, we like that. Maybe some of you want just a freaking break. It's okay. Look at this. We got January at the bottom. Okay. And I just heard when I pulled January, you just have to get through. Okay. Hang on, collective. Hang on. Okay. I do want to pull an oracle, and then if I need to, I'll clarify with tarot. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle. If you feel stagnant, it could be just a little bit of a break, and you're like, well, it's not quite a vacation because I'm still worried, right? You could be at a little bit of a pause, a reset, I heard. Yeah, it's because not the right time, but it kind of came sideways. So this is a very transitional period for you, okay? Romance. Compromise, okay. I don't feel like you have to compromise on your romance. I feel like that's more of a message of this. Some of you could be going on a vacation. That's what you've been wishing for. And and I am hearing, I just want a break. I just want peace. A lot of you are closing out a very tough cycle, okay? Time to get out of a situation. I think that you have done that, or you're currently doing that, okay? It's been, with this frying pan, trouble, accusation, I feel like it's been on the burner, okay? The frying pan is burnt at this point, okay? It's now needing to soak in the dish, in the, I don't want to say the dishwasher, but the sink, right? Before you give it a good scrub and put it and fully clean it and get away. And that's what I think that you're in right now. You're in kind of like a cleansing, a reset. It's in a transition. It's like most of it is done. You can feel things are changing. Things are changing with internally. It's kind of like waiting for that external, but then getting a little bit nervous, kind of a weird in-between stage, right? Not the right time. I do want to clarify that. Maybe some of you, it isn't the right time for romance. Maybe some of you are like, I don't need a break right now because I need to keep working. I need to better my finances. I need to keep it pushing. I feel like it's creating balance, okay? Creating balance with being able to take a break, not going full throttle on things, okay? Yeah. It's time to strategize in a different way, time to approach things in a different way than you have before, because that chapter of your life, I feel like, is ending. So let's clarify what the not the right time. Yeah, see? It is time to take a pause, all right? You just went through some ish here, collective. Look at that. I just heard, and I'm gonna burn more. Wow. Maybe some of you need to, all right? And I don't mean buildings. Look, major cycle. You've been through it, okay? It is not the right time to work. I'm getting a lot of songs through this. All right? It's time to find that balance. And you're like, well, it's not a vacation if I'm stressed. I get it. But I feel like the universe, it's time to take a little bit of a pause, or at least not be in a work flow. And that's with, it doesn't even have to be like actual work. It could be like, I have all these things to do, which essentially, because I can get like that, and I'm like, well, I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to clean out the thing, and I have to, like, it's all these like little tiny tasks that essentially, they do give you a peace of mind, okay? If you're someone like me and like things organized and you like things clean, they give you a peace of mind. But this is a time that you're really being urged to take a little bit of a rest, or just take a slower pace, okay? Don't go balls to the walls. That's not how you're doing it anymore, okay? Look, you might not be happy with that, but there's a need to kind of take a rest, all right? Acknowledge that you've been through a lot. You know you've been through a lot, but you're so eager to change and make the change. The thing is, and you could even have anxiety, and you're like, well, I don't know how to not be like that. I get you. Welcome. You found the right reader, all right? I get it. I've been there. But at the same time, this is not a cycle that you're beginning to operate like that, okay? A lot of you have operated like that your entire life. Welcome, okay? This is a new beginning, and it's not going to be built like all the other ones, or the way that your life has been up until this point. And that is going to be uncomfortable. I'm just saying, okay? You're building on something more solid, because the way that you were living your life, you were constantly met with like discord among family and friends, not even among family and friends. You were just surrounding yourself with people that were draining your energy, okay? You were constantly like the food in the frying pan that was burning, okay? Or maybe you had a stove full of many frying pans and you're not a chef, okay? It's something like that. Like, you're just kind of making it work, right? You're doing the best you can. With this harp here, I'm getting a more peaceful energy too, right? A wish is granted. You have wanted more solace, more peace in your life, and you're getting it, okay? A vacation, a break, but that's gonna take some adjustment, okay? You're used to being in a ish storm, okay? It's not just someone going out of your life. It could be some other people that were stressing you out. But that chapter, it's regardless, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it just was how you were going about things. And it's very hard to trust the universe and being like, or God, whatever higher power that you believe in, your spirit guides, to believe that you can live a different life, because it's very uncomfortable in a transition. I feel like that's where you're at right now. They want you to, because you do have good things coming to you. And sometimes that's hard to believe when you've had things happen one after another, after another, after another, after another, and it's been your whole life and you're preparing. It is really difficult to rewire in a way that you know, actually, I can have great happiness. I can have peace. I can have, in all areas of your life. Nothing's going to be totally perfect, but that's part of being a human. Like, you still have growth, but for the most part, the most of your ish storms are in the past. And this is going to be a new transition, okay? Not the right time. You're rebuilding. You're working on emotion. You could even be working on emotional stability, regulating those emotions. You're so used to being here, okay? You're so used to being here. Go to part 2.